Let me show you what you're missing. Paradise.
Is that just gonna be the intro?
You know, it's a terrible joke. It should be the intro.
Yeah, okay.
But.
All right. When we last left our heroes.
Is it recording?
Yes, it's recording. When we last left our heroes, if you guys recall, you had traveled from all the way into the barony of Barovia, and finally, after several days' travel, you managed to get to the edge of the village of Barovia. But there was weirdness
everywhere
before you got to that point, which was when you had been... Oh, did we lose the letters? Did we end up putting the letters somewhere?
I don't know.
So there was the 2 letters that you had been given. I think we probably did lose them.
I don't know. Do you have like a copy?
There was the 2 letters that you had been given. I know what they said. But one of them was basically the love of my life.
The crumbled up.
Irina Kolyana has been cursed by this horrible monster. Please come and help her. She means everything to me, blah, 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 blah. And that was what originally summoned, sort of got you to come here. And with directions, which was what some of you were looking for, was directions to Barovia. And then about a half day's travel outside of the town, you found the body of a guy who was also holding a letter. Also had a letter on him. That letter was dated a week earlier. Seemed to have been also addressed to you guys. From the same person, completely different handwriting, which said something very different, which was, we're doomed.
Kill us all.
Yeah.
Burn us alive.
Surround the country.
Be a sadist.
Burn it to the ground and sift through the ashes.
Be a sadist.
That isn't what it said. Sit down, please. Burn it all to the ground, sift through the ashes to collect your reward because we're doomed.
Blah, blah, blah.
And you got to the edge of town, still pondering this problem, and we had this village here. If I remember, so this was, you were coming into it toward evening, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
With the shapes of the buildings looming out of the fog, muddy ground underfoot giving way to cobblestones, slick and wet. Mostly just regular personal dwellings. The windows of each house are staring out without really any lighting. So either they're not lit from within, or they're shuttered inside, or they've got heavy drapes over or something. But there's very little light shining out from any of the windows or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
No sound cuts the silence except for a single mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance, down in somewhere from within the village. Why would you think it would be a vampire?
Because vampires suck joy and that makes you cry.
Because vampires suck joy and that makes you...
No, vampires suck joy. Vampires suck blood. Very different thing.
It's from...
Stop shouting.
That one thing is from freaking Captain Underpants.
What were they? What did you call them?
Vampire.
Vim?
And it's from freaking Captain Underpants.
Okay, all right, well...
So I have no idea how it's relevant.
Let's not worry about it. It's fine. All right. I'm going to switch this around here a little bit so you guys can see the map. There we go.
Map.
That's a better.
Map.
We're coming from this arrow.
Let me move your map a little bit so you can see a little bit better. That gets you most of the there. So there's some. As you guys are walking in, I'll kind of tell you a little bit about some of the buildings.
This isn't a village. This is like a city town.
No, I mean a village and a town. It's really about population. It's not that many. I mean, there's a lot of buildings. Not all the buildings are inhabited right now. That's the thing. Okay. So from the outside of town, it's mostly like, it's the kind of houses that we were just seeing. And off in the distance, you can also see up on the hill, up kind of quite far off. We're sending this one back here. To the back. And you can see, yeah, that was intentional. It was on purpose. So like a few miles away, also through the gloom and stuff, you can see the silhouette of a castle way up on a peak that's overlooking this valley. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you've got the actual village itself, which we're already looking.
Maybe if I just barge into one of the houses and scream, "I have come to slay a vampire," they'll point me in the right direction.
Or they'll attack you because, no, we love our vampire. Probably not.
I mean, it's a probability, but probably not probable.
Okay. So you're entering town from the east where that red arrow is at. And it's basically the direction the arrow is flowing is kind of the direction. It's kind of hard. I mean, there's a lot of buildings in the way. You can hear sobbing, but you can't really necessarily tell specifically where it is. But it is generally heading west into town.
Here? Maybe here?
Yeah, well, from the middle of town, you can probably figure out which direction to go from there. It's definitely not coming right from the center of town. Right there in the middle of town there, guys, where you see the buildings that have the letters. I'm just kind of give you an easy way. Yeah, just to give you an easy way to identify what you're looking at there. Let me just... Oh, there. I lost my screen. That's not the one I wanted. Yeah. Oh, that's my problem. That's really good. All right. Many of the houses have no glass in the windows. Either they're broken out or people have nailed boards over them. The building labeled E1 there, which is kind of on your left, right at the center of town, is labeled Bidrath's Mercantile, which is like a general store. So like the kind of place where you could go in and get supplies, that kind of thing.
E5, are we going to visit E5 like last?
Oh, nice. We can buy ourselves a general.
Not that kind of store. Not that kind of general store. You can buy lieutenants, but no generals. No, I'm kidding.
Wait.
Shh. E2, the one labeled E2 there is, and I'm telling you this because there are actual signs like up over the door so you can tell. So Bidrath's Mercantile is that general store. And the E2 is Blood on the Vine Tavern.
Why would anybody want that?
Well, it's like an inn. It's where you could stop, you could stay.
But blood?
Blood on the Vine, well, the Mercantile store looks like it's one of the few buildings that's well lit inside. Light shines out into the foggy streets. It's the same with the tavern. So there's lights.
Why is E3 so small?
It's probably just like a house that decided to be labeled.
Yeah.
And important.
There is 0 foot traffic on the streets. Many of the houses look abandoned or deserted. Those that don't look abandoned or deserted are closed up tight.
How about we break into the windows?
I mean, why would
with your giant hammer?
No. It would not be a great first impression, but I don't really care.
Okay, we're not. Can we focus? I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but if you're here to help the town, probably breaking into the buildings isn't how you help the town.
Am I on 4 or 5 in like this?
The momentum?
Yeah.
I believe. Well, which one do you think you're on?
I don't know, like 5?
Oh, it looks like you're on 5, so that's fine.
Well, it was tilted when I fixed it.
It's fine. Can you flip? Okay. All right, so from the middle of town there, you've got those 2 buildings that are pretty well lit up. Heavy curtains from the Mercantile. The sobbing is coming from, I'm going to ping the map here so you guys can see. The sobbing is coming from this direction, like down this southern street.
Oh, so E3 is important now.
What's
nice. That? E3 is probably where the sobbing's coming from.
That is accurate, Sean. You don't have to go very far down the street. If you're ignoring this whatever's going on in the center of town there, then yeah, Zoe, if you want, you can just move down to that chair so you're closer to the screen, because you don't need to be stretched out that far. Then yeah, you can pretty easily tell that the sobbing's coming from the south and head down that way, and the building would be kind of on your left as you're heading down there. It's a 2-story townhouse, so not a very big place, but kind of narrow, but tallish. Mm-hmm. It's boarded up and barricaded. It looks like it's been boarded up from the inside. So all you can hear is this sort of moaning sob that just floats through the streets. It doesn't seem to be about to stop or anything like that. It's just,
When
It just continues. No, it's
So kind of like Zoe's stories.
okay.
That seems fake.
It's well, I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's fake.
The sobbing seems fake. You say?
Why? Epic vampire, I am ready to stab. I am ready to stab
She's like,
an
"It's a
undead goth.
It's a trap. Nobody's that sad.
I'm ready to stab an undead goth.
Crying is the sad. Sobbing is just.
I will unleash my birds upon the vampire. Oh, guys, this is hard.
Draw what?
I don't draw dudes. Sit like short hair. Yeah, there's differences between the male and female figure, Sean.
Girls can have short hair.
You do? Gail does? Dad does?
Dad is
No,
not
no,
a girl.
No, wait, stop. I'm trying to see if he'll react or not. Wait. There.
All right.
How did
So,
he react to my very funny?
You guys are standing on the street outside of this house. It's all boarded up. Valerie makes a comment.
Nobody can be that sad. It's a trap.
Or what do you say? Do you say anything like to?
I'm just curious about why it's not stopping or like slowing down or like anything.
It doesn't. It's not like it's on a loop or something like that. It varies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it fluctuates and stuff like that. But it just doesn't seem like it's.
It just doesn't seem like a thing. Like it's.
I'm not going to sit here and sob for you so you can get a sense of what it is. But it certainly does seem to fill the street with sadness.
Valerie, I'm gonna need your hammer real quick.
No.
She's the only one who can handle it.
I'll just
Especially
I'll just drag it across the floor like brave David from Elda.
It's like
I must protect my brothers.
it's like
Brave David.
Just like-
2021.
just like
All right, can you guys come back here, please? This isn't gymnastics time. Go on.
just like
All right, so Valerie seems suspicious of the whole thing, or doubtful, or whatever. Pen, keep tying.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying.
It
doesn't draw a lot of charges.
All right, well, let's have.
I'm extremely suspicious and ready to soy whatever comes in my eyesight.
What about you, Gwen?
well,
Are you suspicious of the sadness?
Leo's like, people get sad sometimes.
Yeah, but they don't cry like that.
You don't. It's because you're made out of stone.
No, thank you.
Stop bickering or I'm stabbing both of you! I have
I'm
no
kind of
sympathy
like-
for anyone in this group!
Oh, I mean, we can go and knock.
I'm kind of like maybe we should all stick together,
Wasn't trying to split up. He starts to walk up. Leo starts to walk up and just like head up to knock on the door.
Leo is always in the back since he has the lowest heart.
Before he gets up to the door and knocks,
Wait, I'm not Leo.
yeah, I know you're not. Leo's my guy. Before he gets up to the door and knocks, no, I said before.
Aww.
The small voice off to your left says, "That's Mad Mary's house."
Don't know it was a bad idea.
So on the street, like about 20 feet away down the street, on the street about. I'm not going to say everything twice, okay? All right. On the street, about 20 feet down, back towards the center of town, there's a kid, probably about 7 or 8, maybe.
So there's always shortness.
Yeah, about mine.
That's Mad Mary's house, as though that explains everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh well, that explains why. Blah blah blah.
Okay, let's go visit another creepy house.
Well,
I guess just smash
Well, I
down
guess
the door.
I guess we'll just let them be mad and.
No, mad doesn't. Mad doesn't mean angry.
I know.
Okay,
Let's
you
just
know.
let them be insane until they die of old age.
No, thank
I
you.
want to ask the kid why she's crying.
All right.
Why
She's
she-
just like,
I'm gonna have you roll gather information. So the move. Hang on.
No need to make sound effects for everything that happens, Zoe.
All right, I'm gonna have you roll gather information. If you look over here, is it adventure move? Is gather information on there? Let's find out. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so I'll pull it up over on my side here, so I can actually see it. Gather information. When you search an area, ask questions, conduct an investigation, or follow a track, roll plus wits. If you act within a community or ask questions of a person with whom you share a bond, you can add +1. On a strong hit, blah, 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 blah. We'll worry about the strong hits and weak hits and all that kind of stuff. So what you're rolling, Kaylee, is all of the dice. You're adding wits onto your D6.
Okay.
You're trying to overcome the D10s.
I'm so curious what happens. What happens when you get to zero supply?
Don't worry about it.
You die
Look
of
at that crap.
starvation?
That's not a great roll. All right, what's your wits?
2.
2. So that gets you up to a 3.
Which doesn't matter.
And you don't have enough momentum to cancel out anything at this point. Okay. On a miss, your investigation unearths a dire threat or reveals an unwelcome truth that undermines your quest. Pay the price.
What does that mean?
We'll talk about it.
Oof.
Means we're about to have a problem.
Mad Mary, that's her house. He says, pointing at the house again. She had a girl named Gertruda, and never let her leave the house to come out and play with us. So Gertruda snuck out, and she hasn't come back. The sobbing is the same volume probably, but somehow it seems to get louder while he's talking.
Oh boy.
Like it intensifies.
Maybe the sobbing just wants to cover him so you can. Maybe. I have wild ideas.
Completely prepared for a psychopath to break down the door.
She's not a psychopath. She's a sad mother.
So, yeah.
Mad! Mary!
She's gone crazy because her child disappeared. Leo's like...
Well, she never came back. She never let her child leave the house.
I'd like you over here, please.
So I'm presuming she probably killed her child for disobeying her.
No, she wasn't allowed out of the house, so the girl snuck away, and then she didn't come back after she snuck away, and that's why the woman's sobbing. Sean.
She just sobbed.
Leo's like, well, does anybody even have any idea where she went? The kid turns and points at the castle. It's up on the hill a couple miles away. Up that way. Actually, he doesn't even say anything. He just points. It's the most obvious thing in the world. He's pointing at that creepy castle.
Does anybody know where it could be? Look around.
Yep.
Up there. Yep. In the deadly vampire's house.
My dad sent me to invite you to the tavern.
What?
My dad sent me to invite you to the tavern.
What?
Nice. I'm ready to get drunk.
Okay, Sean, come on.
He likes getting drunk.
I'm ready to let my bird get drunk.
That's fair. Sit down, please.
He probably choke on the liquor.
So, complication there. Apparently, well, at least according to the village, children, or at least 8 children, a child.
8 children.
8 children disappearing.
Yeah, a child disappearing.
Are you following this kid back to wherever?
Sure, why not? Well, we need to refill our supply.
Sure, why not?
Your supply of what, children?
No, supply of food.
Food. No, the supply stat.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
You didn't notice.
I want to get my supply back up to at least 4.
Okay, one of you at a time, please.
If you didn't notice, we're 2 away from having absolutely no supply.
I at least want to get my supply back up to 4.
Okay, so you're heading back up the street, away from the home of Mad Mary, back to the tavern.
Why is she so mad? She just wants her child. Come back here, Brigilda.
Beatrice.
Where did you get that? I feel like I know that.
I don't know. It's just Beatrice.
Okay. So we've got 2 letters, contradictory, so that only one of them can be entirely true, assuming either of them is even true. One of them says Irina is afflicted by a vague evil and the one true love of the burgomaster. One says that she's got an unholy wound in the burgomaster and is the burgomaster's stepdaughter. Or no, adopted daughter. So clearly those 2 things, those things could be true at the same time, but it would be super creepy and weird.
It'd be really weird.
Yeah.
Adopted daughter.
So, those are obvious facts that can be easily checked. So far we've got Irina, Mad Mary, and her daughter Gracie, or Gertruda, whatever. All women or girls, all victimized. That's a nice little pattern.
Oof. Sex trafficking.
No.
Saying.
No.
You're saying that is Leo?
I'm going to put an X card on that, and that's not what's happening.
Are you
Okay?
saying that is Leo, or are you saying...
But yes, vampires are fictionally often very predatory. And clearly there's a theme here where it seems like all the victims seem to be women or girls, which is not great.
Right, we're gonna get our blood sucked. So
Me and Leo will be the only survivors.
All right, so in the... let me get back over to the tavern.
Is that good enough for you?
Fair enough. I thought it would be
Are you done like... Doesn't it only take like usually like 20 seconds, like a couple, like 30 or 40 seconds to get the thing charged up?
It keeps dying on me. I don't know why.
I wonder if the battery's going to see if there's a replacement battery you can get. So thing with the tavern, a single shaft of light shining out from the door into the main square. Seems almost like a solid pillar in the fog. Above the doorway, come on, Sean.
No, I'm computer.
Oh, sorry. Above the door, there's a sign hanging kind of precariously. It's not entirely solid up there, proclaiming this is the Blood on the Vine Tavern.
It's not very good. It's just the drink is...
Valerie, you're the tallest, so you can when you're close enough, you can actually tell that the F. That it actually, the sign originally read Blood of the Vine Wine, and somebody scratched over the F with an N.
Oh.
Like carved into the wood or something.
Blood of the Nine?
No, Blood of the Vine. That's what people sometimes call wine.
Blood of...
So this was probably a pretty nice tavern at one point in time, but it's gotten pretty shoddy over the years. Blazing fire in the hearth, but it doesn't seem to. It doesn't. Yeah, in the fireplace.
Oh.
Blazing fire in the fireplace, but it doesn't seem to make the room very warm. There's just a few people huddled within. There's the occasional sound of someone picking up or setting down a mug or eating something.
Nom, 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 nom.
Cutting at something with a knife. The bartender's behind the bar. There's three folks. There's three men who are. There's three men who are dressed in the same.
Dogs!
There's three men who are dressed the same as those the two Vistani that brought the letter in the first place to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
There's three guys dressed in the same way. They're not the same guys, but they're dressed the same style.
Mm-hmm.
In a table kind of off to the left. There's a guy. Yeah, there's three people at the one table, and there's another guy sitting off in the shadows to the right, like off on the side, like at the far wall, kind of in a booth.
I've been on what?
In a booth.
What is that?
You know, like when we go into a
booth.
Well, I guess it's been a while since we've been to a restaurant, hasn't it? Rather than sitting at a table with chairs all around it, he's sitting at a table that has like a bench that you can slide into and around.
A booth.
A booth. Anyway.
Booth.
So, the bartender doesn't so much nod at you as acknowledge that his son came back.
Yeah.
And he's just sort of like mechanically...
Son. Boof.
Again, the kid in the street said, "My da wants me to invite you back to the tavern."
Oh, Dad.
So he sent his son out and said, "Hey, have
You
those
could
strange."
have just said Dad.
That isn't how they say it here. They say it differently. Can you sit down?
It's kind of like a whole thing.
Sean, can you sit?
Yes.
So he's cleaning glasses one after the other. He doesn't seem to motion. He doesn't motion you to a table. He doesn't welcome you in. He doesn't really say anything. He just keeps cleaning glasses. What do you do?
It's just a table.
It's very suspicious
All right.
that he seems so focused on those glasses. It almost feels like he's recently drunk something from them.
No.
Like beer!
He does seem kind of.
I mean, it's very obvious.
He seems kind of listless. Like he just seems like he's just going through the motions. And in fact, while you're sort of sitting there and waiting,
I'm just like sitting there, just waiting for somebody to come over to our table and ask
your sister says, huh,
Oh boy.
you just started over again. And she points, and you realize she's right. He gets down and cleaning the glasses, and when he's done cleaning all the glasses, he just goes down to the other end of the row of glasses and starts cleaning from the other end again and starts working his way back up.
This guy.
Like he's just got to keep busy and keep his hands occupied or something.
Well, if you want to be busy so much,
Buddy, we're right
give
here.
us something to order.
We are right here.
If you want to be busy so much, give us something to order. I am.
Do you want to go up and ask him for stuff?
Yes. I do. How about we all do? How about Leah stays?
You want something to drink and something to eat. Is that accurate?
I just want some food to store in my bag.
If you want that kind of stuff,
I want my supply filled, and a glass and a half, for me and my bird.
I can get you drinks and food. If you need supplies, you need to go over to the general store. Won't be cheap.
What
He's
do
the
we
only
pay
he's
with?
the only business in town that supplies things like that, so he charges whatever he wants. I can get you bread, cheese, and meat, sausage.
Thanks. We can restore.
The sausage is extra.
Do we have any currency besides
You've got some
a
coins.
huge
You
piece
got
of
some. Yes,
iron?
you have some coins. Okay.
Oh,
Zoe,
okay.
can you sit up?
Okay, dude. Here's all my money.
You don't need to give him all your money. You give him as much money as it makes sense to give him.
Maybe I can sell like one. Maybe I can sell my flock for a few coins.
No.
Some quick profit off of wanting to be a bird.
No, you're still gonna want to be a bird.
Quick profit out of having bird rupees.
All right. All right. So food can be brought pretty quickly.
Cool.
The Vistani speaking to each other in low voices. They're not really paying. They don't greet you or nod to you or anything like that, but they're definitely keeping their eyes on you.
Okay. Oh, that's creepy.
Seems like the other guy is too. But
Like in Hilda, where the
he's kind of lurking in the corner, like Strider and
exactly.
in the Prancing Pony. You know, like he's doing this thing under the hood and just kind of keeping an eye, like
Yeah.
Just
kind
like
of a thing.
I'm gonna ask him if any hobbits have passed by recently.
All right. So,
You-
but
you
if
said you
you guys
want-
have questions to ask, and you guys have questions you need to get answered. What are you doing?
what questions?
Hi, I'm being
I want
Well,
to
the
talk
problem
to
is this isn't
the.
charging you up. It's dead.
Oh.
It needs to be.
I wanted to talk to the.
How much storage does your iPad have?
26. It'll be fine.
Odd question.
Can you plug this in on the wall over there so it gets a charge?
Yeah, I was going to ask the guys who are just like the people who originally came to give us the letter.
Okay, these guys are dressed like the guys who brought you the letter, but they're not the same guys. That's
Yeah,
clear,
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They're-
You're going over to talk to them?
Yeah. I don't expect them to be the same people. I just, want to.
Yeah. No, I get it. I just don't want there to be confusion where you thought it was the same people.
No.
So yeah, they're kind of looking at you like this.
Okay.
What's up, Striders?
This could go poorly.
Hey, dude. Do you have any more money that we can pay for our food
On Jeeves and I.
The food's been paid for. It'll be ordered. Let it be. Let it be. Okay, you've got enough money for the meal. What do you say?
We recently received a letter from some of your people, and
Some of your
Do you know
kind.
them?
I would say some of your kind.
We wouldn't have sent letters
why not?
because we don't do that with Free Warden. And to be fair, that's the way you're saying it is probably not accurate. Like it wasn't from them; it was carried by them.
We
It
got
was
a
from
letter.
the Burgomaster.
We got a letter from your.
Would you carry letters for someone else?
Sometimes.
We got a letter from. We got a letter from people who were dressed just the same as you, from someone named the Burgomaster.
We don't work for the Burgomaster.
Do you have anyone you know who would dress like you and who does work for the Burgomaster?
No,
Valerie.
definitely not.
Valerie, we've been scammed.
Can't help you. Sorry.
Anyway, how do you feel?
Wow, they are really depressed.
Anyway,
No, they're not depressed. They're being very, like...
Can I talk to them? Can I talk to them?
They're not giving.
You're going to ask them
away.
another questions, though? I mean, because that... Does it
Wait,
seem like...
I want to ask you a question.
Can we sit, please? I just want you to sit, please.
I want to ask a question.
Thank you. Okay. What?
how do you feel about us finding a letter that tells us to burn your entire property,
Town.
your entire town and everything around it to the ground?
The three of them kind of look at each other and they start kind of chuckling.
I'm
Like-
not joking. I am.
We don't live here. Burn it if you like. It's not our town. We're just here for the beer.
Valerie, we have permission. Let's do it. Get a
That's-
torch.
That's not permission, Sean.
I don't care.
They're not. They're not.
They're not from here.
Well, Vistani are nomadic by nature. Nomadic's not the right word, but they travel. They travel in travel in troops, by wagon and by horse, and they travel in family groups and stuff. And they travel from town to town, country to country, that kind of thing. So they wouldn't be
We're kind of like family. We're kind of.
sort of.
Camper.
So they're normally just travelers. So
Yeah,
it would
they're
make
normally
sense
just-
that they're not.
They're travelers. They say they have nothing to do with it. They don't work for the burgomaster.
Which is sad.
Okay, so it's a counterfeit. Delivered by counterfeit
I have a question
people.
for them. I have a question for them. If you're not from here, where are you from?
Oh, we're from all over, love. We go where we like. But we've never seen you before. So you best be off.
Well,
Head off back to your table, boy. Or you're going to have a problem.
Rude.
Oh,
I'm
leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave them
Oh,
alone.
I'm completely.
No. Leave them alone.
Oh, I'm-
No. No. No.
Valerie like physically picks you up, puts her over her shoulder, and like walks you back over to the table.
I will fight you
No.
all any day.
No.
I will
No.
peck your eyes out.
No. 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 And more. No. Guess what? No.
I'll fight all three of you.
You don't
They
have.
have I will tell you this, Sean, like they find this entire spectacle terribly amusing. The whole thing where Valerie picks you up and carries you back over the table, they are laughing to beat the band. They are pounding their fists on the table and slapping their legs. They just find this whole thing with you hilarious.
Anyway, activating casual conversation. Did you know the place you have strolled into is cursed?
I want to make it very clear, Sean. They are done talking to you, and if you continue to try to talk to them, there's going to be a physical altercation. Do you understand that?
Stop.
I'm not saying he has to stop. I'm saying that this is. I want to make it really clear that that is what's going on. They're.
Well, then I'll send you over. You haven't talked.
Oh.
I'm not helping you.
No,
if
he's
you're-
talking to Leo.
Oh.
I'm not talking to them.
Just tell them that the place they've strolled into is cursed
They
by a
don't
vampire.
have the same curses as us. They have their own curses, and they run deep, and they run throughout.
How does Leo sound like Woodman with all the
Well, I've got to do it. I'm going
with all
to
the
do.
knowledge?
Listen, I've got to do a. Because he's Leo. I don't know. He's got wits just like everybody else.
Yeah, but you have the most wits.
No, I don't think I do.
While I spent my level maxing out my absolute trickery and deception and
Yes.
absolute unkindness.
Okay.
Well, you're not kind and you have very much shock.
Oh, I've got a decent amount of wits.
Okay. Let me explain. They're not. They have their own people and they have their own curses. They're not particularly going to care what happens to this town, especially if they don't have any particular connection to it. And it doesn't sound like they do. We need to find somebody who actually knows the Burgerman. The burgomaster. And that would be anybody who actually lives in the city. The Vistani wouldn't live here. We need to talk to the barman or talk to the... We could pick a random... The fellow in the corner might know him. Any of us. Any of them. What's that?
No, we're not talking to Mad Mary. We're not talking
Well, I don't imagine that woman's going to come to the door anytime soon.
Just yell
I don't imagine she'd be much good for conversation if she did.
Just yell at her window.
I want to talk to the dude in the corner who's staring at us.
Oh, nice. We can talk to everyone.
So you just set Creek down, like you set him down at the table.
He tries to
He starts to
stand
get
back.
up. You put him back down. Put a beer in front of him. Put food in front of him. Like now he's gonna. It's like putting food and water in front of a dog. He's just gonna. He's gonna be there until the food and the drink is gone.
Yeah.
At least.
Well, first off, I'm gonna let Imposter drink half of my beer.
Well, the bird's going after like the chopped up fried potatoes that are on the plate more. Like peck 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 peck.
Imposter, don't you want to get drunk?
Peck 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 peck.
Get drunk, Imposter!
Shh. Anyway. And then you just keep walking off to the rest of the table.
Okay.
He's looking up at you like, well, you're a tall one.
Wait,
I get it from my dad. Why are you
Is he ever
staring
going
at
to want
us?
it back?
Why are you staring at us? I know
Something
you probably...
new in town to look at. That's all. General curiosity, sense of boredom.
What do you know about the man who lives in the castle?
He's an evil monster.
I knew
Then
he
why
was
do you
a-
stay here?
That's what my family is.
Just
Was.
move, dude.
What my family is, or any kind of pause for seconds where was in some cases.
Family time.
Trying to figure out a way to do something that would help.
Help what?
Would you have any idea of someone who would send us a letter telling us to end everything and burn the whole city down?
Cause we got that letter.
Who would say something like, where did you get a letter like that? Was it anonymous? Why would you listen to a random message like that?
I never said I was going to listen to it, but I did say that we received it.
Why would you pay attention then to some letter like that if it wasn't? Who was it from?
Was it from the same guy?
They were both addressed. Yeah, they were both
It was
signed as though they were from the burgomaster of the town, but the handwriting on both the letters was completely different. First one was very fancy and all like fine lettering and stuff like that, and the other one was much more of like a hasty scrawl of like it looked like the kind of letter that would be written by an accountant, like somebody who's used to keeping like numbers in books.
Yeah.
You know, it was that kind of it was like very efficient but not particularly neat block print.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the other one was like, whoa, super fancy.
cursive.
Yes, but like even cursive plus calligraphy.
What?
They were both signed from the same person, but I don't believe that they both came from the same person.
Well, it was picked off a dead body, so you know.
You're sitting at the table.
Okay, he can contribute still as a player though. It's fine.
It was picked off a dead body, so.
Who were the letters from?
The burgomaster. As I say, just under the table since I'm so short.
No, you're not that short. You can walk up to it though. May I see them? He pauses for a second when she says the thing about the burgomaster, and then he's like, "May I see them?"
Sure.
Dude, where are
I
you?
already read and memorized them. Are you kidding me?
Wait, what?
He lays them out. He reads the fancy one first. Well, this one he spends a lot more time on.
The devil.
This is the one that was all weathered and stuff that was on the body.
That I'm pretty sure Imposter pecked a hole in before giving it to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pecked a hole in what?
The letter. He was trying to clean the meat off. That would be appealing.
Did you actually?
Well, this one, he hands over the beat up one, is my father's handwriting. So
What?
I would imagine that's probably the one that's true.
I knew it was fake. Fight me!
His dad's the...
Oh, he's dead? Nice.
No.
Dude,
His dad is the burgomaster.
Oh, that makes sense.
Wait, the fancy one is his dad or the...
No.
The not fancy one. The one that was all beat up and was on the dead body.
So it's actually his daughter, not his love of his life type thing.
Yes, my sister, Irina. I mean, adopted, I suppose, technically. I suppose that's true, but, I mean, she was so young. She's really, she's as much his daughter as I am his son, was his son.
If he's your family, then why are you not up there?
He died 5 days ago.
Okay, can we go raid his tower?
The letter was dated about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 days probably. If he died 5 days ago, it was dated 2 or 3 days before that. The fancy one was dated like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So another really good piece of evidence that it wasn't from the dead
when
guy.
the murder happened.
No, several days after the murder happened. Timeline would be old letter written and sent, or carried rather, by what looked like some random villager. 2 days later, Burgomaster dies. 3 or 4 days after that, fake letter is sent and reaches you.
by counterfeit nomads.
Well, they might have been real nomads, or real Vistani. Here's the thing. The letter that was being carried by the dead guy, that guy was not a Vistani.
Mm-hmm.
He was a villager. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sit, please. He was a villager. The letter that was brought to you that was not real was carried by the Vistani, who incidentally are leaving somewhere in the midst of all this conversation, by the way, the three. So the fake letter was carried by the Vistani.
Okay.
So yeah, they weren't working with the Burgomaster, but it wasn't the Burgomaster that sent the letter.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
Interesting.
working
Somebody
the
else.
counterfeit man. Oh,
Burgomaster's dead.
I'm just gonna
How
call
did he
it-
die?
That's a long one.
Well, until we get an answer, I should say died of old. What not entirely.
Sean.
Sean, can you come and sit down, please? Sean, can you come and sit down, please? What did she say?
Ow. She was talking to me.
Okay. Sit down, Zoe, please. Zoe.
I'm back.
Okay. I think one of you two,
Mm-hmm.
if you want him to open up about what's going on here, I think you probably need to push things a little bit.
Sean's still eating because he wants to get drunk.
I'm still trying to convince
What about,
Buster to get drunk. Just want to see we.
Just
wanna
pick him
Stop.
up.
Okay, guys.
Just pick him up and dip his beak.
Zoe.
Stop.
What's your heart, Zoe?
The highest on the team.
Why don't you roll a compel... Well, wait a second. When you attempt to persuade someone to do something, envision your approach and roll. If you want to charm, pacify, or just convince somebody, you roll heart. If you're going to threaten them, roll iron. Or if you're going to lie or swindle them, you can roll shadow. But if you're trying to convince them
To
just
do what?
to talk some more about what's going on, you would roll plus heart. Do you want to do that? All right, so roll all 3 of your dice. You're adding your heart just to your pink dice.
Just to the pink.
Yep. So what's your heart?
3.
All right, roll. Whew. All right, so that's, what is that? What's the pink dice come out to?
6.
Plus,
3.
plus, equals?
9.
Okay, what did you get on your other 2 dice?
4, 5.
Okay.
Perfection.
9 equals 99.
A 4 and a 5. When you attempt to persuade someone, blah, 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 blah. A strong hit. That's what you guys, a strong hit, Zoe. They will do what you want or share what they know. Hey, did you
Thanks,
get,
bro.
you got a failure on your thing, right?
Yeah, I didn't mark down anything.
Yeah, go ahead and mark it. Here.
Thanks, bro. I'm glad.
Just put another hash in your, oh,
Can I change my
no,
heart?
no.
To, no,
Oh, never mind. I'll put it on the character sheet on the, in the main thing. There's a tracker on the sheets on the website.
Okay.
Get that. So Valerie, character sheets, and we'll mark another hash for your gathering small group of failures. All right. Strong hit. They will do what you want and share what they know. Take a bonus to your momentum. So Zoe, slide your momentum up one.
Yay!
On Gwen. I'll move it up here so I can
Do I
keep
have
track of this.
enough momentum to like get rid of stuff or something? I'm just
What's your momentum at now, Zoe?
6.
Very nice, very nice.
What's your momentum, Katie?
This is a 2.
Oh, yeah.
Valerie hasn't gotten a lot of momentum yet.
Wait, I thought mine was way higher than that.
You used it, and then reset the 2. All right.
Sean, what's your momentum? 5. Let me see. Power over it. Show it.
It is. It's fine. All right.
Ah, yes. I'm pretty sure I'm high. I have the highest momentum in the group right now.
Right now, yes, but that number changes a whole bunch. All right. So yeah, he looks mildly surprised to recognize the handwriting, but he nods at several points as he reads. The expression is increasingly grim. He leans forward and he kind of looks around a little bit, but with the Vistani leaving, he seems a little bit more comfortable since the bartender doesn't really seem to be paying that much attention to him. The Devil Strahd. The Devil Strahd is fixated on my adopted sister. He's been trying to take her away for nearly half a year, ever since he first saw her with his own damned eyes. He explains that Strahd is the Baron of these lands, or at least he used to be, or he once was. He's ruled from his castle for almost 400 years. He's the last of... Shh.
How do you spell it?
Shh. He's the last of his bloodline, though he's hardly alone up there in the castle. He takes a drink. He's all but waged war on us for these last 6 months, ever since he first saw Irina. As bad as it was before, when he neglected us, now it's 1,000 times worse. We had some protection thanks to what my father believed, thanks to a holy heirloom that's been handed down to each burgomaster for centuries. But 2 weeks ago, it was stolen, and a few days ago, my father was killed. Since then, it's everything we can do to keep our homes barricaded against assault, and just pray. No offense to any of you, and I can't speak for anyone else in town, but I at least was praying for a little bit more help than just a few fire wardens. Free wardens. God! Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Free wardens.
Your speech is terrible.
My name is Ismark. And he kind of extends his hands. Yeah. And they're talking. You can certainly come over if you're done eating or something like that. Because there's really nobody else in the inn except for you, or in the tavern except for you guys at this point.
Still trying to get my bird drunk.
Well, okay, your bird's not interested in that. Your bird wants food.
Fine, I guess I'll come over then.
Okay.
Since the mission I was so desperately trying to accomplish is going to fail.
Ismark Kolyana.
What? Cool. What's up? What's happening?
All right. Will you come and talk to my sister and help us?
Sure, bro.
Well, at least come and talk to at least come and talk to my sister and you can decide then what to do.
I just came over, but why not?
Like
Fill me in on the way.
I just stepped close to where I could touch the table. Okay, you could leave that. So
real quick, just to explain, everything with the free wardens works on vows. Mm-hmm. You swear vows to accomplish tasks or anything like that. You've just been informed that this entire valley is under the control of Baron Strahd, who's apparently been alive for 400 years, or at least has the village believing that he's been alive for 400 years, and is some kind of, devil, evil, something. Mm-hmm. You're a free warden. A completely legitimate response to this news would be for you to
leave.
Would be to swear some kind of vow to do something about this situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Kelly, get your hammer out.
Well, you don't all have to do it. One of you can do it.
Wait. What if my bird has a beak made of iron? That would be amazing. It's so much easier.
Okay.
You could swear on your mask.
You can swear on your knife for that matter. Anyway,
I'll
do you guys do what's that?
I'll do it.
Yeah, do it.
What are you gonna do? What's the vow like? What are you vowing to do? I need to know because there's different levels to vows. Like some vows are easy. Like I'm gonna come and help the village is like okay, all you have to do is get there and figure out what's going on and say you're gonna help them. And, I'm gonna come to their aid. Okay, well you've come to their aid. You haven't done anything yet, but you've come.
Yeah.
That's not nearly as big a deal as I will free this entire country from the dominion of, the evil.
I will do what I can to stop the tyrant rule of this dictator.
I will do what I can.
Alright, let's do like an epic quest. I don't know.
Epic only lasts one strike.
Okay, so you're going to try to free this land from the dictator, from the control of. I'm not gonna say dictator, from the control of.
I'm gonna try.
Who this guy is? This lady who's.
Well, okay. I'll let you pick. Is that an extreme or an epic?
I guess extreme. I don't really care.
Probably extreme, because I'm stupid.
Well, epic is even bigger.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. Extreme.
I mean, you're trying to free an entire country from the grip of an immortal vampire.
Well, I'm trying to kill him.
Extreme.
That's different.
He's already dead.
Someone get a stake.
Okay.
We're killing.
Hang on.
Killing a vampire.
Hang on.
They can do with their own
I understand
political
what you're
things.
saying.
I'm just gonna murder him.
Hang on. Okay, that's a different vow.
That's different.
I will destroy Count Strad von Zarevic.
What?
Is different than I will free the country. And what you said first was I will free the country. So what you doing?
I'm gonna kill him.
I'm gonna free the country. Valerie can do all the work. I'll just be there to take the credit.
Are you swearing a vow too then, Sean, or no?
Yeah, I'm just swearing that I'll save the country, whether I'm.
You know what you should swear? You should swear that you'll drive him out of the castle. Because there's secrets in the castle that you want.
I swear I'll drive him out of the castle because I have some serious repair work to do.
Just have your finger on the tip of your mask.
Zoe, what are you swearing? Is Gwen swearing a vow as well?
I don't know.
Is she?
I don't know.
It's up to you.
Is your character also going to swear a vow about this? Okay, then you don't have to.
Dad, are you going to be significant?
Kaylee, swear. No, I'm actually saving. He's got a vow to swear, and it's a big one, but he's not. There isn't enough. He doesn't have the information he needs right now to swear the vow that he wants. It's got to have something to do with the free wardens, and this isn't that yet. Mm-hmm. When you swear upon iron to complete a quest, write your vow down and give the quest a rank. So, Kaylee, in one of those gray bars there.
Kill, what's his name?
Kill Count Strad Strahd Von, don't capitalize it, VON ZAROVICH ZAROVICH.
What does that spell?
Kill Count Strad von Zarevic. That is an extreme quest.
Okay, so I'll be taking a vow to take credit for killing.
I'm going to say rather than kill,
just
destroy.
drive him out.
Because you might
drive out the evil and take over his castle. Because
you can kill him and he still won't be gone.
Yeah, you need to destroy him.
Take over his castle. Square away the source of his power.
You will vow, drive, Count Strahd. Can you help him with the spelling? On Zarevic from Castle Ravenloft. Also, an extreme quest.
His name is right there for you.
Drive Count Strahd von Zarevic out of Castle Ravenloft. That cool? All right, Kaylee.
Mm-hmm.
The move.
The move.
When you swear upon iron to complete a quest, write your vow and give your quest a rank, and then roll plus heart. If you make the vow to a person or community with whom you share a bond, add +1. You do not share a bond with the community yet.
What's this?
10. Actually, wait, no, I was looking at the wrong one.
Add
7.
heart.
Yeah, so I'm mild success.
Okay. On a weak hit, you are determined, but you begin your quest with more questions than you have answers. Take +1 momentum and envision what you do to figure out the path forward. So, yeah, +1 momentum, and you need to figure out what you do to, like, I need to talk to a priest. I need to find out how to destroy a vampire. Like, things like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's just a
drive.
chip. It's a marker.
Drive Count Strond Von Zero Vic out of castle because I was out of room.
That's
I
fine.
didn't want to use more.
All right,
Literally,
Sean.
I was out of the barn. It's a long name.
Yes, I know. Sean, roll your dice, and you're adding your heart to your d6. Your heart's a 1.
Well, hopefully I get a 10 and be. Well, hopefully I get a 6 and be really lucky.
No, you roll all the dice. Roll all
Okay.
of them. Because the 10 are the d10s are rolling against you.
Please be 1. Oh,
You got a 6.
9, 6, 9 and 9. I'm terrible.
Oh, wow. That's not great.
Can I re-roll?
No.
No.
Please.
No.
That's a 7 against 2 9s. All right.
But I got close.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, same to you.
Hey, at least I got a mild success.
All right.
Unlike somebody.
On a miss. This is a miss, Sean. On a miss, you face a significant obstacle before you can begin your quest. Envision something that stands in your way. I will think about this for a little bit. And choose one. You press on with your vow. All right. So here's what you do, Sean. This is going to set you back a little bit, and it's also going to immediately complicate things.
Someone else wants your castle? I will fight them to the death for it.
No, that's not what it is. But initially, the first thing that happens is you're going to have a little bit of a struggle here, and it kind of sets you back a little bit. So lower your momentum by 2.
Oof. You can lower momentum?
Yep, momentum can go. In fact, it can even go into negative numbers. So-
That's what the negative numbers are for.
Yep, so Creek's momentum is currently at a 3.
All right.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I forgot to free.
Yeah, all right. So as soon as you swear that vow, Creek, there's this crash in the room. The bartender is just staring at your guys' table, and he's dropped the glass he was cleaning. It just slipped out of his fingers, like he completely forgot how to hold on to something. He's staring at you in absolute shock and horror
Why?
because he looks absolutely just terrified.
Why?
Why do you think?
I mean, my mask isn't that scary.
No, he's seen you before. Come back over, please. And about 2 seconds after that, he looks at his son, and his son goes running out the front door, like just full sprint.
Oh boy.
So that'll complicate things. I know exactly what's going to happen too.
Great.
Imposter, ready.
Ismark leans forward. He goes, "I don't think you're going to be able to rent a room here tonight. You'll probably want to come with me."
Gentlemen, synchronize your knives.
I've gone for more of a mud color, but okay.
Knifus.
It's like a cobblestone.
Knifus.
Like a gray then? Lighter gray?
Knifus.
Anyway, all right. So we're gonna pause. We're gonna stop here.
Yeah.
Come on over to the table. Yeah, I don't love it when we share that we're gonna be doing.
I was the one that complicated all of it.
Yes. Well, that's how dice work. Sean, though, you should mark, or I'll mark on your character sheet. There's a place here where you can mark failures, and as you get failures, I got it, Sean. As you mark failures, every so often, if your failures build up enough, you can get XP for it. Okay.
It's interesting.
Jamie's free
So
all
if
weekend,
you-
so we'll set up something for the
So
mask.
if you're an absolute complete failure, you still get something out of it.
People learn from their failures. So when you fail, you learn.
Sometimes.
How dare you? That's not how dice work.
It is how the games that I run tend to work, is people learn from their failures. You learn from your mistakes.
How dare you?
You make a mistake, you learn and get better. Hey, Zoe, can you sit?
No.
Okay, so where are we? You're leaving the tavern with Ismark.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to lead you back to his family's home, where you can meet Irina, his sister.
Who's currently being chased down by a love-craving vampire.
Apparently. Well, I don't know about love craving. He's obsessed with her in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's just that she looks like a... I mean, does he think she's a snack or a snack?
A snack. Exactly.
Does he think she's a snack or a snack? No?
Or
No?
a what?
Nothing?
I don't know, maybe...
I got an eye roll.
I don't know, maybe he'll kiss her and just suck her blood from her neck afterwards.
All right. In any case, everybody, can you sit, please? All right. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop for now. But nice job, guys, and we will start up next time, coming to the Burgomasters, basically the mayor's estate.
We gotta have the same intro every time, cause
What's that?
we gotta have the same terrible joke every time.
Paradise? No.
Yeah.